A 3-1 win for Iran. World Cup qualifying is finally back. We have highlights from Iran's victory over Hong Kong, as well as analysis, and of course, we'll be previewing the showdown between Iran and Bahrain. You know what time it is. It's time for Team Melli Talk. A 3-1 victory over Hong Kong, the first of 4 big games. Still plenty of work to do for Team Melli. Before we get to highlights, if you are looking for some Team Melli jerseys or shirts or equipment, whatever it is you need, check out the Instagram account, iran.jersey. They got everything you need. And in fact, this shirt came from iran.jersey. It's awesome, feels great. Thank you guys. Alright, before getting to the highlights, let's take a look at how Team Melli lined up against Hong Kong. Not too many surprises, except Vahid Amiri playing as a left back, Shoja Khalilzadeh and Hossein Kanani the center backs, Sadek Buharami as the right back. As for the midfield, Ahmed Nurulahi, Saeed Izzatullahi, and Ali Reza Jahanbash. Up top, Mehdi Tarami, Sardar Azmoun, and Ali Golizadeh. And of course in goal, Ali Reza Bayron Van. The scoring opened up in the 23rd minute from Ali Golizadeh, and in fact this was his first time playing in a competitive match for Team Melli, and he obviously did not disappoint. Look at this goal he scores. How did he even get that ball into the net? Done like a pro. Not much more that needs to be said. It was 1-0 at the end of the half, but then Vahid Amiri pounced on a ball just after the hour mark, and thanks to a deflection as well, Iran taking a 2-0 lead, and Ali Golizadeh had something to do with this play as well, and you gotta like that header from Mehdi Tarami to get this ball to Vahid Amiri. And finally, in the 84th minute, like this 1v1 move from Mehdi Tarami, and the cross finished off nicely by none other than Karima Ansari Fard. He came on as a second half substitute. You know, a lot of Team Melli fans aren't that big on him as of late, but he still has those good killer instincts. He still has those poacher qualities. Great goal from Karim Ansari Fard. All right, let's get right to it. Not only going to be talking about the positives, yes, a 3-1 win was good, but many Iranian football fans weren't too happy about this victory. And in fact, check out this graphic from our Instagram page. Here it was. Are you satisfied with Iran's win over Hong Kong? 52% said yes. 48% said no. That obviously shows that there is a lot of concern for Iran going into their next World Cup qualifying match. Now, what I would like to add to this is that I feel like Iran's problem in this game against Hong Kong was a focus and maybe, call it lack of concentration. After Iran took a 1-0 lead, immediately after, Hong Kong had a chance to score a goal. And let's not forget about the goal Hong Kong scored. That came literally 1 minute after Karima Ansari Fard scored to put Iran up 3-0. So this pretty much makes us realize that right now our Team Melli footballers really need to understand that they need to be more focused and they need to be more disciplined. All right, now for the main topic on our agenda. Iran will face Bahrain on June 7th, and this is going to be a huge match. It's basically another make or break game for Iran. Bahrain currently top of the group with 12 points, 6 matches played, followed by Iraq with 11, Iran with 9. Both Iraq and Iran have played 1 game less, and obviously Hong Kong and Cambodia, obviously too far down, not much of a threat. Now when it comes to some, I don't want to call these fun facts, but we might as well call these not so fun facts, and that is Iran has never defeated Bahrain in a World Cup qualifying match. Now when it comes to Bahrain, what can we expect from them? Well, they'll be playing for a tie. They're going to park the bus, and we can't be surprised about this because as long as they don't lose against Iran, they will have accomplished their objective. And obviously, from the standpoint for us Team Melli supporters, Iran has to win. There's no other scenario we can try and think of. I'm not even going to waste my time getting into that. So what does Iran have to do in order to come out on top? Well, from my point of view, I feel it's a few things. For one, got to be patient. Got to keep cool, got to have a really good super sub. And obviously when it comes to patience, that goes without saying. You got to have that in every game in order to give yourself a better chance of winning. But what about keeping cool? No, I'm not talking about the temperature in Bahrain. We know it's not a very ideal temperature, but keeping cool as in, temper. not getting irritated easily. We know what these Bahrain football players are going to do. They always try to get under the skin of our Team Melli players, and that's why they got to stay smart and be focused. And when it comes to having a super sub, I think Mehdi Gaidi is going to be that huge X factor for Iran against Bahrain. He didn't play against Hong Kong. Nothing wrong with that. Iran needs as many fresh legs as possible for this showdown with Bahrain. And of course, we know because of the weather as well, we know fatigue could be an issue. I mean, having to play 2 games in 4 days, that's a lot of football. And there's going to be even more games after that. But of course, only focusing on the game against Bahrain. Now, the way I see it, Dragan Skocic is in a win-win situation. Because let's just say, we don't want to imagine this, let's just say if Iran does not get to the final round of qualifying, he's going to say, hey, look at the situation I was brought into. This was all created by Mark Wilmot. And if Iran gets to the final round of qualifying, which they better, then Dragan Skocic is going to look like a genius. So based on how Iran played against Hong Kong, I'm willing to say that we're not going to see that same kind of Iran team. We're going to see a Team Melli that's going to take some risks because they have no choice. They've got to take risks, and I think we're going to see Team Melli playing much more exciting football when they take the pitch against Bahrain. Now, what about you? What do you think Iran has to do to beat Bahrain? Leave a comment down below. Thank you everybody for joining us on this edition of Team Melli Talk. As always, really do appreciate the support. Make sure you get to our website, www.teammellitalk.com. Remember, this is your best source for the latest news on Team Melli, the national team of Iran. Make sure you find us on social media, Facebook, Instagram, Twitter. You know the handle, at Team Melli Talk. Don't forget to like, comment, share, subscribe. Hit that notification button. See you on the next edition of Team Melli Talk.